What is up, you guys? I know that I've been gone for like 8-9 months. I always say I'm gonna be consistent and then I'm not. But life happens and you just have to put certain things on the back burner until we're able to get back to it. But that aside, like a long time in a sooner, long time we haven't spoken. A lot has happened so far, and all I can say is that I'm blessed and I'm grateful for life and what life has to offer. So in today's video, you see, I'm going to be talking about going through things, like experiencing things and just being in somewhat of a dark place, and also talking about one of my latest paintings, Centered. This video is mainly centered it's so funny. This video is mainly centered around her, and her name is Centered. I'm calling her because it's a woman in the photo, in the painting, and yeah. But anyways, if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back, and if you are new, welcome. On this channel, I hope to do lifestyle content, visual art content, and somewhat personal development. Here and there I'll talk about things that could potentially help you, right? Anyway, so let's go. So a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't say I was in a dark place, because I have been in dark places before and it wasn't as bad as that. But I was going through some things, personal things, and I won't necessarily get into the details of it. I'll just touch the surface. I feel alone a lot of the time, so people might not think that because I seem like this outgoing, fun person, and I am. Don't get me wrong, I love to enjoy my own company. I don't like being around people for extended periods, but sometimes I just feel like I don't have anybody, and that's sad. Yes, I have friends, but I hardly see my friends, and I just feel like I don't have anybody I can depend on anymore. When you're in university, you have your friends, you see them every day or every other day, and you guys hang out, you plan stuff, you go out. I don't have that anymore. Like the set of friends I had in university, we're still friends now, but we aren't as close. Well, I'm not as close with any of them. I know that I can depend on them, and I know I can reach out to them if I have anything to talk about, but I don't feel like I have anybody that's so close to me anymore, and it's not anybody's fault. I just feel like it comes with age, and it comes with maturing, and it comes with life happening, if you know what I mean. Like, we left university, we're all working different jobs, we're all experiencing different things, we're all going through personal things, so that's bound to happen. But I just felt alone a couple weeks ago. Like, I have one best friend. We don't see each other often either. Shaeon, we don't see each other often. The only people I talk to every day is my boyfriend and my mommy. And people go through their own shit. Oops, I didn't mean to curse, but people go through their own things, and it's just, sometimes you feel like you don't want to burden people with your problems, because in the past, a lot of this is like past trauma, me thinking about it, talking to you guys about it, that has caused me to feel this way. Because I just feel like people would say whatever you're going through, it's not validated. Like, people in the world have bigger problems, and this is what you're worrying about. I feel like a lot of that would come out of the problems that I've been having, or I've had, right? And I just think that sucks. So I just keep I just keep my problems to myself and I pray about it. I might journal. And I tend to write poems a lot. People don't know this, but I tend to write poems a lot. And I express myself in my poems in the notes app on my phone. And that's about it. Then I move on. I just go with the moment, go with the time until I start to feel better. But I do think we all need that person or people that we can, confide in without feeling like we're burdening anybody. So that's pretty much it. I remember telling a particular person how I was feeling, and I told him that, hey, I'm gonna ease back because even though I like to be by myself, there are particular people I love to spend time with. And I won't have a problem with that. And not even that I could do. Like, I just feel like I didn't have anybody. I still feel like I don't have anybody. Because, yeah, let me not say that. It's life. And even a couple weeks ago, again, I remember breaking down to my friend at work. We have gotten pretty close. I remember I was going through some stuff. Something had happened, and I went to her. I'm gonna just bust out a ball in here at people at work. Like, I was missing from my desk for like a good 30-45 minutes, just bawling my eyes out and talking to her about all the things I felt so overwhelmed about. Right? Because I legit feel like I don't have anybody. And there's so many things I want to do. I have great business ideas. I have great things I want to do, and I just feel like I don't have anybody. I think people should have like a set of friends for everything. I don't think I have that. And sometimes you have some ideas and you want to bounce them off somebody and you just don't have anybody. And sometimes it feels good to be going through things with someone. So let's say you have a best friend or anybody, and you both are like-minded. So I might have a business idea, or with my businesses already, I want to develop certain things. I want to have new things because I have the ideas. And do I feel very complacent? Yes, I do. But I just feel like it'd be nice to have somebody who I can say, we go to like Starbucks or one of those nice coffee places or anywhere at all. We have lunch and we just work for the day on our laptops, on our phones, whatever, creating content, doing whatever. And not even that. And then I just feel so demotivated at times because it's easy to fall into a slump and just be in your own way and tell yourself that this won't happen, blah, 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 blah. And that's just that. So I was feeling very down. Even though I was already by myself, I remember expressing to somebody that, hey, I just want to be by myself a lot more, because at least that saves me the expectations, or it saves me the feeling of disappointment, me expecting something and not getting it, me expecting to go certain places and not going, me expecting to spend time with certain people and it doesn't happen. So it just saves me that disappointing feeling, that's just that. So I wasn't painting for a while, like for a few months. Since I got this new job from last year, I haven't been painting much because I don't know, I feel like people don't appreciate certain artists or certain works. Maybe it's just wrong niche, and I'm not blaming it on anybody, but I just feel like I just felt blah. I still feel blah, but it's life, we move on. So I decided to paint something, and I took out my sketchbook. I did a quick sketch. My sketches never look like the result of the work. They never look like it, but I'm grateful. So that is what I created, this painting called Centered. She is very beautiful, if I must say. What is the size? What are the dimensions? Hold on, I don't remember. I feel like I should have checked all of this before. I always have this, like, for somebody who lives alone, I try to always have it broke. I didn't see how that broke. Why is it not going down? That could be the reason, you know. It broke. So it's messing with it. Shit. I might have to be careful. Yeah, so I feel like we should always have certain things, especially I'm a girl. I've had this even before I lived alone because I've always been very handy, but yeah. Let me take the measurements. So it's 14 by 11 inches. It's gallery wrapped. She's beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna talk about it for a little. So the colors that I chose, it was very intentional, right? You see a lot of blues, you see a lot of purple, you see the main focus of the painting, which is the girl. Should be me. You see a lot of circles, or you know, knockoff circles, and you see a lot of circles, the stones, all the movements, all of that was intentional. So when I was conceptualizing this, when I was, you know, sketching it in my book, that is one thing with me. I always tap into my emotions whenever I want to create a painting that is personal. And I say personal because I tend to do a lot of commissioned work versus just creating from my mind, creating from my heart, right? So this is definitely a representation of myself, and possibly just accepting what is and moving on. So that is why I decided to name her Centered, because this is coming from within. It's a personal thing. Me feeling alone, me feeling like there's nobody I can really call on and nobody I can talk to and depend on. Me feeling like I need to go back deep inside myself and figure out what the issue is. Not saying that the issue was with me or is with me, but me just connecting with myself, connecting with what I think that I lost, and just blossoming, basically. So this painting, I'm gonna go through it. So this is me, the girl, right? Now the different layers that you see, this represents, let me not say that. When you think about the earth, what do you think about? A large sphere, circle, whatever scientists say it is. But when you dig deeper, there are layers, right? You have the core, you have the inner core, you have the crust, you have the mantle, blah blah blah. So that is exactly this. Because when you think about a person, when you think about a human being, we're not just what you see on the surface, in it. No, it's what's deep within your soul, layers to who you are. Because yes, I'm pretty, yes, blah blah blah, but beyond that, what do you see? Like, what do you get? You know, personality, characteristics. So that is exactly what this is. Delving deep into who I am and showing that, hey, there are levels to me, right? So this is me just going back to the basics, going back to the drawing board, going back to my inner self, and just representing that side of me, because I am more than just what's on the surface, and I love that. So this represents layers. There are levels, there are layers to who I am, right? And me just wanting to go deeper and back to the core of who I am. Now this circle right here, all of this is giving space, it's giving galaxy, it's giving, you know, because this was originally, this part, it was originally supposed to be like an aurora. And if you don't know what an aurora is, it's basically like the northern lights. All right, so an aurora is a natural light display in the Earth's sky called the aurora polaris, or polar lights, visible only in high latitude regions like the North and South poles, right? So like Alaska, I think around Alaska you would see it, the northern lights. So that was supposed to be this. It didn't actually turn out how I wanted it to, but I'm not mad at it. These dots right here, y'all know I gotta include some African print in what I do, right? Not necessarily saying this is an African print, because I don't think it is. It does have certain elements though that are like some African symbols, but I generally love line art. I love abstract art, so I had to include that some bit. Firstly though, I had some cornrows there, but I'm like, no, I want this to be like a surrealistic, more so abstract impressionist type of work, because that's what I mainly do. So I just switched the cornrows to something very abstract. And this right here, this just goes back to showing like rebirth somewhat. As you can see, like she's coming up out of something, and that is me just coming out of whatever dark place I was in and coming to life again, you know. And the colors, those are like the main elements, but the colors, they were very intentional. You see a lot of blues, you see a lot of yellows, warm and cool colors. Those were also intentional. And this right here, the stones, it's like a balancing stones. That too was very intentional. I actually wanted it bigger and I had it up here first, but I'm like, it makes more sense down here, just for like aesthetic reasons. So it's just to show balance and me coming to terms with what is and just ready to move on. And yeah, these are just pretty, you know. I didn't really think about that much, it just worked. And of course I had to include gold because that just makes it 10 times better. But the colors, you guys can research, you know, what the colors mean. We've learned about warm and cool colors ever since we've been in school, so there isn't much to that. I just really thought about it and decided to choose these colors because they represent whatever this represents. And of course I had to choose warm colors to show centeredness, because the earth's crust, the earth's core, mantle, you know, all those are like hot, you know, so of course warm colors. And yeah, that's basically it. Centered, me coming to terms with who I am as a person, and just knowing that there's nothing wrong with me, like people are how they are towards me. If you are interested in purchasing it, you can always DM me or send me an email. I'm gonna have those in the description below, and also I'm gonna put my handles on the screen, so if you just want to DM me real quick on Instagram, you can do that. So yeah, once again, it's 14 by 11 inches gallery wrapped canvas, and this piece is called Centered. And I plan to do like a series, or I want to do like three works with it. As you can see, I already have this working on. I fleshed it out, but I have this tendency where I'm working on a piece and I start to not like it, and so I want to change it. So that's why this is on pause. I'm just working on it piece by piece, but that's why it's unfinished, because I'm still thinking about how can I make this better than this one in a good way, you know. Because when you do works, you have to think about how you can improve your craft and just improve the meaning of the work. So yeah, that's basically it. And before I go, I just want to tell you guys that it's okay if people don't accept you for who you are. That doesn't necessarily mean that anything is wrong with you. It just shows that not everybody is going to be receptive, and not everybody is going to be just what you want them to be. whenever it comes to you. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's God guarding your heart, guarding your soul with who you let in and who you choose to be around. And don't change who you are. Yes, it's okay if people talk to you and you have like an attitude or something that's bad in a case where you yourself can acknowledge it, that crap, I can see why that person felt some type of way. But if it's something that, and what I always do, I always talk to mommy or like my friend at work about whatever happened, and if them tell me say, all right, me need to do that, then we can understand and then I apologize to whoever. But if it's a case where they don't think that whatever happened should have happened, it's not, you never do anything wrong, then that's why I'm not the problem. But at the same time, you know, people are just mean, and it's okay if you're not fitting into whatever perspective they had of you. Like, I've come to terms with that. Trust me, I've come to terms with that, and it's just okay. If you're going through something similar, I'm here for you to talk. I feel like whenever I post videos, it's like a therapy session. Me always telling people that they can reach out to me. But yeah, people are mean, and if you realize that they're always like that towards you, and it's people who you can't do without talking to, like family members or co-workers or whoever, then just accept what is and know how to deal with them. Because some of my stuff that I'm talking about is with family members, like close family members, and I'm just like, wow, what am I gonna do? Because this is my personality. So just know how to deal with them. If you used to deal with them 100, carry it down to probably 40, because you can do it without talking to them. But just know your limits, know what to say, know what to do, and just know your limits with them. That's basically all I'm gonna tell you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please follow me on Instagram, my personal page, my business pages, and also you can click the link in my bio and it takes you to my store. Yes, I have a store. I sell apparel, sell homeware, drinkware, accessories, so like your personalized wear. I have my paintings on mugs, I have them on pillows, I have them on phone cases. Yeah, so you can click the link in my bio and that shows you all the links to the different sites. I'd really appreciate your support, guys. So yeah, that's it for this video. She's available for sale. Share it with somebody who you know love art. Get it for somebody who you know love art. Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day is coming up. Could be somebody's birthday, or you just want to get your girl, your friend a special gift because you know they're into these things, then hit me up. And if you're not necessarily into this, I do commissions, guys. So if you want to get a portrait of them, feel free to DM me. If you want to get a customized painting, as in you tell me that you want your mother to be in a painting with a butterfly, I can do that. Okay, so just reach out to me. If you're local or overseas, I got you. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next upload. Bye.